And it's off to Bead stuff.
Oh!
Stop there, stop there.
Right, he's popped a bead and he's broken the steering.
Popped a bead, broken tyre on. And is going to be problematic, that's for sure.
G'day, I'm Simon Christie.
Hey, I'm Steph Pond.
This weekend, I'm driving Mum's Colorado 7.
I'll be steering the Navara that I built. And we've brought along a few of our mates.
We're going to be driving some epic rocky trail.
We're crossing absolutely beautiful creeks.
And together,
We're going to be showing you some of the best parts of the Strathbogie Ranges.
welcome to Life Off-Road. Sam, looking forward to seeing how you and the campers go. We are set up for a big day.
Thank you for having us, Simon. We're really excited to be here. I tell you what though, I'm a little bit nervous about this rain. With us we've got a friend of mine, Nathan, and his family towing another camper trailer.
James, you've been up here with us recently. What do the Strathbogie Ranges have to offer?
There's really rocky, challenging stuff, but also amazing scenic views.
When it rains up here, it is like ball bearings on a kitchen floor. It's going to be nasty.
Mate, I think no matter what, we're going to have a great day.
We've been able to meet a new co-host that is joining Four Wheel Drive TV.
Steph, it's your first trip with Four Wheel Drive TV. Welcome.
Is it though? Is it really my first trip?
I think first official trip as an adult driving your own car.
I'm really excited to be here. Thanks for inviting me.
Mike has brought with him two special guests.
I brought some friends from America, so we've got Chuck and Wes with us from Florida.
Chuck owns a company in America that we've started distributing their product exclusively here in Australia, which is the Sea Sucker. It's a vacuum mount solution for everything from roof racks to bike racks to putting your axe on the side of a car. They've got a solution for everything. If you have a look at the 300 when you see it around, it's got its awnings held on by a vacuum mount. All the recovery boards can be held on by vacuum mounts. Super product. It's available in all our stores and all good distributors around the country.
Everyone in low range for this first hill.
First track in was going on a downhill.
It's pretty clay, isn't it?
There was a bit of an obstacle halfway down the track, which was a fallen tree. We make our way around that carefully and continue on our way.
One of the first obstacles was a bog hole.
Turning right onto the main road and then left onto D7 Link.
We had to snake around through some trees. We're heading downhill.
I think everybody was a little bit mad that they cleaned their cars before coming onto this trip.
Simon, if you could be a piece of chicken, what type of chicken would you be?
Schnitzel.
All right, what about Honey? What type of chicken is she?
Honey chicken.
Mike, what's your type of chicken?
Spicy!
Right, convoy, we're getting very close to that 90-degree right-hand turn as we go through the creek. Very interesting little section. We'll definitely be getting out and walking it before we drive it.
Simon requests us all to get out of the car and come and have a look at what he's got planned for us.
The hardest part was actually trying to walk the creek crossing because that was really slippery.
We're going that way.
I think we'll get around.
Famous last word. Let's get in the cars and do it. All right, convoy, this is going to be one car at a time. I'm going to go through, park up and come back and spot each of you through.
I watched Simon go through the creek first.
No hiccups there, got through, no problems.
This for me is the most testing part, getting these campers through. It's not that it's super hard, but we want to make sure we do it safely without too much damage or scratches on a brand new product.
One camper coming down.
Yep, that's good. Come on that, I'm liking it. Gentle, gentle, gentle. Stop, 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 stop.
Oh. Big crunch. Not heaps happy about that.
It's just a step. Don't worry about the step.
That's a good attitude.
Yeah.
That's a good attitude.
This is exactly what I didn't want. We've got that rock now jammed between the rear tyre and the step for entry to the camper. So let's work out how to fix it. Treads are awesome. They offer enough strength and flexibility for jobs like this. The plan is to build up this big hole here and get over this rock. You also got to worry about this branch. You want to bring down your chainsaw, Steph?
There's a branch that's a bit too low for the campers. Not getting parked too far away. All right, let's go save a camper.
Now I'm going to have to go get these redone.
We made a highway.
You're good. Drive it all the way. All the way.
Woo! I don't know what the problem was. Look how much room he's got here.
I'll do much better. We'll go with that. Be confident. Isn't that the way?
The second offline camper car to come through, driven by the young Nathan. Fortunately, he's dragging behind him a much shorter variant of the offline camper.
He said gentle.
It was. My foot slipped. Easy, mate. Easy.
I'd definitely like to remind Nathan that the only reason he got straight through is because he saw me go through first and he saw what not to do.
So what's the game plan here? Just drive through. All right, easy enough.
So I just took it slow. Mike was teaching me how to put it into low, first and second gear, let the vehicle do most of the work. After the river, there was a really sharp 90-degree turn. I was a little bit concerned about not being used to driving on that side of the vehicle, but Mike guided me through.
Drive it out. Very nice.
So I was by myself at this point in the 300.
Keep it coming.
So I wasn't quite sure what line to pick. Simon was kind of telling me where to go, give it some gas, slow down, go here.
Turn up a little, yep. Straighten up, not that much, straighten up, yep.
Took that right turn and he got me through.
Found a friend. Going through the big slippery creek, and I've got Matilda with me. We got the girls' car. We're very excited.
Yeah.
So I like watching where the other cars are going, so I get an idea where I want to put my wheels.
Yeah.
Gives you a good idea as to how the terrain is going to go and those slippery rocks as well.
That was fun.
Coming down into that river, you felt confident, you thought there was plenty of room, but as soon as you started coming down to where the river was running, started noticing that you don't have as much as you thought.
It's pretty tight when you get down here, actually.
It was a bloody fun track. I definitely will be coming back with the rest.
All right, James, show us how it's done.
All right, coming through very gingerly. And of course, Leroy, as he does, he kind of sauntered through the crossing. I kind of kept it in low one and putt-putted my way across.
Now that we're warmed up, let's go and climb a mountain.
But before we do that, let's transit south for a quick lunch with offline campers.
Pine forest coming up, almost like closing overhead, and there's this beautiful graded track. It's stunning scenery.
Once we pulled over, nice beautiful flat area, we got to set up to have some lunch.
I leveled the trailer out so the kitchen's nice and flat, popped the roof. I'm making coffee, Jenna's making toasted sandwiches. It was pretty nice, to be honest.
Mike had the pies all ready for us, nice
They were
and hot.
cooking while we were four-wheeling, yeah.
Yeah, we're not used to that, so that was a nice treat.
We all loved lunch, but it was time to move on.
After our bellies were full, it was time for the summit of Mount Separation. So a bit of a winding trail heading towards the start of the rocky section. Once we got there, we all decided as a team we'd get out and walk the next bit.
Oh, definitely having to think about it. So.
Do it, do it.
Naturally, Simon in the Colorado went up first. Absolutely no dramas, picked a really good line.
A little bit rough.
What happened?
Let's go and see how the others do.
We had the Ranger go up second. Wes was behind the steering wheel on that.
Alright, and I'll follow his line, so you'll stay up on the track and up there.
I watched Simon go up the face of it and was trying to pick my line.
Keep on. That's it, slow.
And I wasn't really quite sure to go left, go right.
This way.
Give me 2 seconds.
Well, stop crossing your hands. Put a bit. Pump it. Wheels off the bead, stop.
Out of there, Wes. Stop there, stop there.
Right, he's popped the bead and he's broken the steering.
I am trying to fathom a world in which that could possibly happen. Like, it is so hard to do that it's impressive. Found themselves in a situation where they've disabled the car on top of a massive rock in the middle of nowhere with no cell signal.
Popped the bead, broken tyre on. And is going to be problematic, that's for sure.
Broken the steering.
What?
I heard a big bang, and I just immediately knew I was in big trouble.
Simon, again, reverting to Neil deGrasse Tyson mode, winched the car because it couldn't be driven.
He's basically just skull dragged the Ranger forward a bit so we could get other cars past it and sort of clear the track.
The Ranger made an oopsie. He's got no tyre on the rim and no steering, but the nav's going to send it up.
Drove up the first bit, no problems, and then we had some spotters up the top telling me where to sort of point my wheels and pick a really good line. The nav just cruised up it. It was really easy.
Knew something was wrong. I couldn't see it yet because I was still in the vehicle. They helped me pick my line. I got over further to the right, got up, no problem. Could see that that vehicle was a mess, and it was just the start of a pretty long nightmare.
First order of business was to get the tyre back on the rim, which we didn't need any flamethrowers or anything. We just had a good old-fashioned compressor and some Simon brawn and got that back on the rim.
After that, someone's like, all right, everyone back in your cars, let's get everybody else up here and we'll work out a plan. The whole time I'm thinking, someone's just broken their car coming up here and I'm towing a camper trailer up. So I'm a little bit nervous. Up we come. Simon's really good at directing, by the way, so if you ever go forward driving with him, just follow what he says. Straight up the top with a camper trailer, easy as.
I wouldn't say it's an easy line. It's off camber to the point where if you get your car up, but the camper van loses traction and slips, might take you with it.
The drive up was fun, really grippy, tight track going up. Felt a little bit scared. There's a big drop, we'll be rolling for a few days down the hill.
James is taking me for a bit of a drive in the GQ.
Felt that everyone else is getting a lot of attention and I'm starting to feel left out. I figured I could take the hard line and that's an opportunity to have kind of just more cameras on me.
He made it look and feel so easy. Lockers in, steady pace, what everyone's calling the hard line. James just made it look like the easy line.
After I successfully got to the top of the mountain, I decided to be the hero and lead the convoy down a very steep section.
For some reason, followed this man that we'd never met before off the side of the cliff.
Mike wanted me to enjoy the experience, and at this time I'm just like, I'm bad luck. But I hopped into James's vehicle. I was a bit nervous, just hoping and praying that we don't roll backwards.
Just enjoy the view, man. It's all right.
That's nice. The view is pretty spectacular.
Half these guys don't even know who I am. They're like, why are we following this guy? And so they were a little bit worried. But I put their mind at ease by just being really awesome. That rock is just so grippy. You can really just crawl up that side of the mountain.
One of my biggest concerns with going up hills, I feel very rear heavy. I had the rear locker in just for a little bit of extra traction, a little bit of momentum, steady pace. And it was so much fun. It was like a real life roller coaster. I came out and I was shaking. Holy scary.
Cool. That was so good fun.
Simon has jumped in my vehicle. When you turn to come up, you just see sky. But this was real 4x4 and really taking it on the edge, getting down there and getting back up. It was pretty exciting.
Nice drive!
You gotta hold your breath and do it.
There's plenty of traction on that rock, but the angles are the parts that get you. My D-Max, I've decked it out with all the gear and it's weighing almost an extra ton. Now what ends up happening is I start reducing power, torque, fuel economy, you name it. It starts becoming a bit of a slug to drive around. Where that ECU tune comes in, you're starting to increase those figures. We spread it open and we start changing parameters in there, bringing torque and fuel response levels up. Doing that tune brings you back up to where you were, if not a little bit more. You can start getting 20, 30, even 40% increases can be achieved. 3 generations of tuning, giving you the confidence of driving away with a safe, reliable tune.
The convoy makes its way back up to the summit and we meet up back again with Simon, who is still continuing to work on the trek car.
Unfortunately, it wasn't going to be a simple roadside repair. It was going to be something more serious.
Simon's back at the Ranger trying to fix it. Reseated the bead on the right hand side, tie rod's bent on the left hand side. Not just bent a little bit, bent like 90 degrees.
He's got the winch in the right spot and he's got some metal rods in the right location to start to bend everything back into position. You can only bend it just a little bit at a time.
The whole part of the tie-in rod is you got to stabilize one end of it while you're pulling the top end, and it just wants to rotate.
So I devised a plan. You have one winch holding the tie rod steady, and then you use a different winch to pull it in the direction that you want it to be pulled. We were able to bend the tie rod back into shape and everything was great, and we were able to drive the car off the mountain no problem. Unfortunately, that didn't actually happen and we just ended up snapping the tie rod in half. So, don't listen to me next time.
My heart did shatter when the wheel slid all the way back to the left and I heard the groans from underneath the vehicle. I knew that Mike was going to start giving me a hard time.
We're going to use that to our advantage for the next week and a half while they're here to get the most out of him.
We made the call to leave Mike in the Ranger at the top of the mountain.
And the rest of the team, we're going to come back down off of the rock and we're going to make our way to the campsite.
I remember the moment that Simon looked at me and he said, James, I need you to take the torch and lead the convoy to the campsite. And I asked him, is this because you trust me so much? He goes, no, mate, you're the one with the map, so I need you to do it. Otherwise, I definitely wouldn't choose you because you broke the tie rod just before. Please don't break anything else.
There's a few black tracks on the way there. So how are we feeling, guys? Are we feeling up for a challenge or?
Well, I'm always up for a challenge.
I was actually joking, but I mean, now we're gonna do it, right?
Look, I only said yes because I couldn't see any black tracks.
I was joking. It was banter.
Once we got to the campsite, it was a lovely, pleasant campsite.
We're in this beautiful spot, gum trees, creek behind us, and we're like, man, this is an ideal campsite for the night.
Set up camp, set the tent up.
The guys with the campers unfurled and transformed their mechanisms.
With us, we've got the brand new Solitaire 14. The Solitaire is a true hybrid. It has outside cooking, and we've got this cool concept of the ensuite that pops off the back. I don't like something that takes up a big space inside. So the coolest thing about our Solitaire is it feels like a very small 14-foot trailer. Get to camp, pop open the ensuite off the back, all of a sudden, it's a 17-foot trailer. I like to talk about a little thing we call the sweet spot. How much comfort do you want? How much forward drivability do you want? And what's the sweet spot for your family? Between the Domino, which is slightly more capable, or the Solitaire, which is slightly more comfortable, you can definitely find the sweet spot for your family.
The kids and I grabbed some sticks. We got the campfire going.
Simon says these chairs are awesome, and I reckon I can set one up faster than he can.
Ready, set, go. Don't watch me.
Doesn't go in there. Have you done this before?
No.
How do you do that? Oh, no!
These have got a loop on them that will help you, the loop to pull that way.
I'm messing it up. Did you sabotage me?
No.
Didn't you put this on?
I helped you.
But you didn't help me.
Hey, actually, that's quite comfortable. Bushwakka chairs, there are plenty to choose from, and they are now Steph approved.
So I've been tasked with cooking some steak sangers for everybody. I wasn't appointed the chef this weekend. This is Simon's recipe, so let's get into it.
Hello, my friend. I have a burger, look at that.
Ready to get some pork on your fork?
Is this for you guys? You guys are lucky.
Yeah. We ride together, we eat together. Cooked to perfection. That was quick, simple, and easy. Well, it was. It's not very nutritious.
What is a vegetable? I got meat, I got bread. What other food group is there?
What a great day. Now we can just sit by the fire and chill, with no worries on our mind. Oh wait, Mike?
The Ford Ranger was still stuck on the top of Mount Separation.
Sitting there on the top of the mountain in the pitch dark, pouring rain, freezing cold. I've never experienced cold like it.
We were all just sitting around the fire, hoping and praying that Simon and Mike would come back in the Ranger and everything would be okay.